What's up YouTube, this is Carverman221 here, and we are on the beta of Shogun 2. This is basically a couple days before the release of the official game. As you can see, no one's really on this game. There's only 3 people right now. So I want to talk about the units that you'll be having. Now I haven't unlocked all of them, including the Gatling guns and stuff. But let me show you my map. So the map is just like the other map, except it extends way up here. So there's like several different types of armories and stuff. You can go for the sword ones, but honestly sword troops are really not very effective in this game. You know, you've got the Shogunate, Kyusho ninjas, police force. They will all get shot up by the regular infantry. Now the ones you do want to go for are these embassy ones to European powers. What are they called? Whatever this is, they basically give you, there's 3 units that are foreign, like just the US Marines, the Royal Marines, and the French Marines. Now the French Marines are probably the first one they're actually definitely the first one you're going to unlock, because you basically start out here, and then you're going to move down here to get your French Marines. Now that's going to be like your basic European power. Let's go to Army and Navy Management here. As you can see, my Marines have 80% accuracy, 80% reload, 80% skill reload, tons of ammunition, and they're French guards. Let me show you what these guys look like. So that's what they look like. And then we've got the United States Marines, still 70% accuracy. If you look at the accuracy of these units, the European, the foreign units are so much better than the Japanese versions. So there's several types of infantry to begin off with. First, you're going to start out with these cruddy White Tiger Force with 15% accuracy. Now, when I first did my first battle, I brought a bunch of White Tigers, and then I was like, you know what? Matchlock Kashi. Oh, those are going to be good over the bows. Now, what I found out with Matchlock is, I figured, okay, they'll be like skirmishers like from Napoleon. They can lay down in front of your soldiers. They can provide extra fire, and that is not the case. 1, archers have 150 range. That is a little bit longer than these guys. Yeah, this is 25 yards longer than all the range. Even some of the best troops. Only 125. So, your bows are your best skirmishing from the early stages. Now, once you get sharpshooters and other riflemen, those are going to become more handy, but these are a cheap way to, when you're starting out, basically. So the archers are a pretty good unit, and then you're going to get sharpshooters, which I bet they can crouch. I've not unlocked them yet, because games are kind of scarce right now. Let me talk about cavalry. The Yari Kai, these guys are very good. First of all, they're like Yari cavalry. I've got 4 veterans of them. They all have pretty good stats. They got great charge, pretty sustained, pretty good in melee. So then we got Saber Cav and Carabiners. Carbine Cav, my bad. Carbine Cav basically is like skirmish Cav. Now what people are basically bringing online right now is they are either bringing a spam of Black Bear, Red Bear, and White Bear infantry. Now the difference between White Bear and Red Bear infantry, I would say, would be the accuracy. Yeah, the Red Bear have less accuracy, but the Red Bear is better in melee. So you see melee defense, melee attack is 8. While these guys are 7 and 5, they have slightly higher accuracy. So these guys basically just pick whatever you want. If you think they're going to spam you with swords, bring the Red Bear, but these guys are pretty good. Now the Black Bear, 50% accuracy. That's a lot better than both of these, and they're all the same price, which is kind of weird. That's because their melee defense is lower. So the main thing is going to be line infantry. Now you're going to have your elite infantry, like Imperial Grand Guard, Royal Marine, Shogun and infantry. So there's like several different types of infantry. There's 4 different types. There's the elite infantry, such as the European and American power, foreign powers. You've got your melee infantry from Shogun. You've got your line infantry, and then you've got your skirmish infantry. Artillery can also play a great role in this game. What your artillery does is it basically hurts the morale of your enemy. And look at Gatling guns, those are going to be ridiculous when those get unlocked. So what I'd recommend is I'd recommend bringing a core of, some bear infantry, white or black bear or red bear infantry. Then I'd recommend bringing 2 or 3 skirmish infantry, particularly in the early stages, bows, and then I'd recommend bringing some Yari Cav, because Saber Cav, I mean, yes, Saber Cav are good at fighting against Yari Cav, but if they get that Yari Kai, if they get the charge on them, they're going to be in trouble. So what else do we talk about? What I generally brought was I brought some Yari Kai. That's going to take a little while to get used to. Brought some Yari Kai, and I put some Spear Levy next to them. I also brought Spear Levy to protect my cannons, so those can be useful. And now you want your Yari Cat, your let me try to say this, Samurai Kashi, to basically, you know, help out with your troops. You want them to charge in the enemy headstrong, but first you want to either send some cavalry, make sure you guys are running out of ammunition. So yeah, and then so that's kind of like the units I have unlocked right now. So that will basically, you know, show you what's going to be happening. So you know, you can get elite artillery. I didn't have any elite in the regular Shogun. And then the great thing about it is you can customize your avatar. You can have up to 3 avatars online. So this is my avatar. You can make him look all French. You know, he's got like the French stuff. So you can make him look French. He's got a skill tree. Let me compare to the skill tree. You have basically your commander, your gunpowder. So this is kind of like the archer unit. You've got the leadership general, and then you've got the melee general. Now, I personally think you want to give him a little bit of gun, enabled gun, and some good accuracy to shoot at enemy cavalry, help him fend off. And then you should really give him, you know, stand and fight, the stuff to increase your morale and stuff. You know, there's no real point in, you know, upgrading the melee attack and stuff for your units and naval speed. It's really not going to help out your daimyo, you know, I mean, your commander. So this has been a little bit of a breakdown of multiplayer. I hope you enjoyed, and let's look at the now most of these perks, these not perks, too much Call of Duty. Most of these retainers are increased or decreased. Like Spoiled Ratchets has a negative down arrow, it's decreasing. Mounted Scout, Yari Master, they're all up. So that's what most of the things are. I've done some naval battles, you know, what do you expect? The ironclads are going to be supreme over all the wooden ships. And it was Caller 221 signing off. Hope you enjoy this breakdown of multiplayer.